Hello, lovely human. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. I decided to do a little vlog for you where I show you how a day in my life currently looks like. In my other videos, I'm doing a lot of theoretical knowledge, sharing you what you can do, sharing action steps, how to embody your design, living a more fulfilling and authentic lifestyle. And in this video, I can show you finally how this looks like for me. My intention for this video is to give you an insight, inspiration of how a life of a projector can look like. Enjoy. I try to make my mornings as slow as possible. For me, the morning is really the time when I can connect to myself. No matter if it's on a physical level, on a mental, energetical, or emotional plane, I really love to take that time for myself and to set the intention and the energy for the upcoming day. This does not work every day. There are days where I cannot take that time for myself, that I have other things planned, or that it just does not feel right to have a, 2-3 hour morning routine. However, my intention every day is to connect with myself, no matter if it's through a holistic morning routine or if it's just 2 big breaths. Breakfast is definitely my favorite meal of the day. I live on a vegan diet since some years now, and I do love to buy locally and also unpacked if possible. And for that, Bali is just great with all its exotical fruits and local ingredients. I really enjoy to make myself muesli. Yes, I'm Swiss, and this was outspoken in a very Swiss way. Before I continue with my day today, I would like to take a minute to welcome you. So happy welcome to today's video. There is something that lies on my heart and I would like to share that with you before continuing this day. And it is the fact that what you see in this video today is my authentic lifestyle right now. I know that a lot of these things that you're gonna see look very beautiful, and they are very beautiful, and sometimes they may also seem maybe luxury for some of you. Don't start comparing your lifestyle and your daily life to mine. I am living in Bali right now at the moment, but this will change again, and when I'm in Australia, my daily life will look different, and that's completely fine. And if you are maybe in Germany, Switzerland, in UK, or in America, wherever you are, your lifestyle may be different as well. So don't start thinking that only if you have that pool in front of your house, only if you eat exotic fruits for your breakfast, then you live like a projector should live. No. Please don't attach living as a projector to something external, because it's not. It's all about the way of how you act. It's about your intention, it's about your attitude throughout your day. And on top of that, even though we are all projectors watching this right now, we are still all different. We have different profile, different authorities, we have different centers defined and undefined, and also our channels, planets, everything looks different in our chart. So what I share with you is my personal aligned lifestyle. This might look different for you. Please don't just try to adapt and imitate my lifestyle and let it become yours, but filter it. What feels really good in your body, what really resonates with you. However, there are for sure things that you see in this video that goes for every projector. So with that said, let's continue a day in the life of a projector. I had the chance to open up Instagram on that day and I got a message from a beloved friend. This message made me feel so seen and so recognized for the time and my perspective I shared with this friend earlier. On my journey as a human design projector, I really learned to allow myself this joy and this happiness when I feel seen and recognized. To really accept that gift and to honestly be happy. I have my emotional center defined, so for a healthy embodiment of my design, living my emotions and expressing them is an important part in my daily life. Oh, and this is my boyfriend, by the way. We live since 2 years as nomads. Through our lifestyle, we spend most of our time together. We are very close. In order to deal with that and to live that in a healthy and non-toxic way, we communicate a lot. However, now we're also coming into a phase of our relationship where we both need more space for ourselves and more time for us as individuals. I just had that funny thought when I was coming out of my meditation that if my dad should ever see this video of how my daily life looks like, I think he would absolutely laugh about my day and how I live my day. So my dad is an MG, manifesting generator, and I think his life and also his view of how a day in a life should look like is completely different than mine. And this reminds me at what point it is once again super important as a projector to really question the conditioning that we have on how a day looks like, how performance should look like, what it means to be productive. And as projector in this society, we just have so much deconditioning work to do in order to really live our gifts, in order to really follow our own energy. Something I say over and over again is that when you want to live your projector gifts, you have to let go of that not self. We cannot live our projector gifts by following a lifestyle for generators. So the more deconditioning work we do, the more we rewire to our truest self as projectors, the more we can really tap into this unique energy. J'y Blissou. I have 7 of 9 centers in the Human Design body graph undefined. So I am very open when it comes to outer influences. At the same time, I am a very sensitive woman. So this is why I start to play around a bit by really arriving to a place before starting to work, like to really look around. Okay, who is around me? What do I see? What do I feel? What is part of me and what is not mine? This helps me to better distance myself from other energies while working and really being in my flow. I'm currently working only in my own business and I'm doing everything by myself. I know this is not really the projector style, and I'm also looking forward to finally build a team, and I'm heavily manifesting this for the future. But right now, my financial resources don't allow to bring in new people, especially because I'm looking for long-term work relationships. However, I do respect the projector energy when it comes to my working hours. So I do work 3 to max 5 hours a day normally. I'm curious how it was or how it is for you to start a business as a projector. I led my own business for almost 1.5 years like a manifesting generator, and honestly, it just didn't work. Just recently, I decluttered everything in my business to really bring more focus in, to really be even more clear and specific, and also embody my design in my business. I do love charging my food with either gratitude, some love, Reiki, or just a certain intention. You also have seen me doing this with the coffee right before. Noise cancelling headphones are just so important to me. But on that day, even with my headphones, it became too much. The environment was really loud. So as I reached my limit, I decided to go back home, even though I wasn't done with all my tasks by then. This is part of a big deconditioning I had to do on my journey. Knowing when enough is enough. Stop doing even though I'm not done, even though it's not over, even though I haven't reached my 3 to 5 hours. Even though I see everybody else, like all the generators in society, are still working. The distance from negative beliefs around productivity and performance are essential to live as an embodied projector. Especially in the luteal phase of my menstrual cycle, where I was in at that time of recording, I want to step back from pushing myself to productivity and expanding my limits. This is more something I like to do in spring and summer, and to raise my capacity in that part of the menstrual cycle. In case you're curious how to guide a business or also simply just your personal life when it comes to the menstrual cycle, I had the chance to interview my beautiful friend Elena some months ago. So you find this interview that is split up in 2 parts on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna link them in the description for you. You can probably see in my face that I'm still pretty exhausted. I often feel mentally and energetically exhausted, but my body can't sit still. That's when I start doing things like cleaning, tidying up, just walking around and honestly not even knowing what I'm doing, but just moving in a way. Or what I also start doing is the slow food preparation. I do ferment my own kombucha, and here is the first time I made my own coconut yogurt. I really love the idea of preparing my own food. I'm not sure yet if this is really the best way how to deal with this situation and the feeling of not being exhausted enough. So I cannot recommend you to do the same. However, I keep experimenting, observing, reflecting, and if necessary, change it. That's what Human Design Embodiment is all about. It's to live the experience, to observe yourself, and find the best strategies for you. After this, I finally felt empty enough to pause. And here we arrive at the thing that I recommend every human, but especially projectors, to do once a day, minimum. It's doing nothing. No information, no music, no voice, no TV, no book, nothing. Just be without anything. Just let your thoughts come and go. Focus on little movements, listening to the sounds that are around you. We are conditioned to do something. There are so many tasks to do, news to catch up with, ideas to act on. Especially as entrepreneur and self-employed, there is literally no end if we do not set an end to it. After doing quite the opposite, I consciously distanced myself today from other entrepreneurs, not being influenced by what they achieve in a year or what they do in a day. But I constantly coming back to myself, focus on my holistic health, doing what feels good for me and what my authority says yes to. Anthony and I travel since 2 years now as slow living nomads. We don't chase to see it all, not at all. We embrace slowness and simplicity on our travels. But that doesn't mean that we haven't made many memories in these 2 years. Going through photos, watching our videos is such a pleasant thing to do. Sharing our memories reminds me of the chance that we have to live the way we live, to explore the world, to explore ourselves and other connections to human, animals and nature. I'm really grateful for the rewilding journey we both have been through in order to live that life right now. In the evening, I went to a much needed massage, but at that moment I was definitely too tired to film anything. To be honest, I definitely underestimated the time and energy effort needed to film my whole day. So I was really tired in the evening and super exhausted. I have many third lines in my planets, and for everyone among you who isn't familiar with the third line wants to try out new things. The third line is often just heading into new things without thinking twice, because they want to experiment. They want to see how it feels, how it turns out, and through this experiment then gain insight and knowledge of what works and what doesn't. Knowing this helps me a lot to accept failure, if you want to call it like that. To allow myself to make the experience and not saying to myself, oh, you should have known better, or oh, you should have thought about that earlier. To clean myself from attached energies and emotions throughout the day, I love to use Palo Santo in the evening once I switched my phone into flight mode. This helps me to initiate that end of the day, letting go of what is no longer needed and fall asleep faster and have a better and deeper sleep. And a bunch of self-acknowledgement, self-love and some self-hugs never hurt. You can ask yourself, what makes me successful today? Why am I successful today? Especially for projectors, these are wonderful questions. Anyway, give yourself this acknowledgement. Be seen by yourself. This is so important, believe me, and will change your life to the better. To really end the day, I love to journal. Currently, I write about what I'm grateful for, as this shifts my frequency immediately into abundance and into the present moment. This is the end of my day. Drop in the comments what you do to embody your design and let this comment section grow to a place of mutual wisdom. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you loved this video, and let's rewild, honey.